What's up, guys? This is Sancho West, and welcome to another episode of Sancho Loadouts, where we are refining loadouts, where we're discussing loadouts together. Again, I'm not the end-all, be-all. I'm just presenting a loadout to you guys, and you guys are coming back to me, and we'll continue to polish it up. And maybe we'll make something interesting, maybe we'll make something terrible, and maybe it's just not supposed to work at all with the weapon combinations or the booster combinations that we're coming out with. The whole thing is I want to start a dialogue between you and me, so that way we're working together to make something awesome or to make something fun together, because I think that's what a community is all about. It's all about sharing ideas, talking shop together. It's not about like I got the best idea and I don't want to share with you guys. So let's go ahead and continue with the Mettler family. This is the Mettler family that we have. This is the loadout. Again, the Mettler family is just using the Mettler, Papa Mettler with baby Medi Jr., the Corvos, whatever you want to call it. So that's the only thing about this loadout that stays the same. I made a loadout, I played it in a video, you guys came back to me and had some suggestions. There's a couple of comments that I pulled out that we're going to use for the influence of the second version of the Mettler family, to hopefully that we can continue polishing, refining, and maybe come up with the total optimization of this loadout. So the first comment that I want to point out comes from Holy Night Clown. You don't need Headmaster from using the C4. Instead, you should use Scavenger 3 to really help with the Mettler ammo problems. Also, you should avoid using the recoil mod with the Mettler. Instead, run clip capacitor silencer, because the high recoil really helps with getting headshots. The recoil mod was all I used with the Mettler until I started experimenting with different mods. I would also replace Gunslinger 1 with Weapon Expert 1, and I would try to keep Hardened at level 2. Combat Marking 2 is great booster, so that's a good choice there. So as you can see, what I want to go ahead and do is I'll show you what I did with the adjustments in the second loadout. This also, another commenter, a great commenter in the my video game community, Sancho West, George Sear says, too bad there's no toggle scoping heavy weapon. We would have a full family yet. Also, Sancho, I completely disagree with your loadout. No purchasable items? You're just letting all your cash go to waste. For me, every loadout needs something to purchase, since upgrades are finite. Thus, eventually your cash will be left on the table. Otherwise, you're putting yourself in an automatic disadvantage against enemies with purchasable items as they get stronger as the match goes on, whereas a person with no purchasable is capped off in terms of power. So I took account those two things, and I went ahead and made the Mettler family 2. Mettler family 2.0. So what I did is I switched out the recoil mods and add the Mettler with the silencer, as Holy Night Clown suggested, and I kept the Corvos vanilla. I thought part of me wanted to make, maybe Rafe's Corvos, but I went ahead and just made it vanilla because it's one loadout point. I do see in the future maybe an increase in loadout point for probably the 2 or so. As George recommended, I added a Baroque 44, and I kept the C4 to go with it. Now the C4, because of that, I took away Headmaster as the booster for Headmaster, as Night Clown suggested, and now we have Scavenger 1 because Scavenger 3 is very expensive, Weapon Expert 1, Hardened 2, and Combat Marking 2. I'm keeping Combat Marking 2. You will see in the episode why I'm keeping it, but I think it's a very great booster to have when you have a loadout that goes from mid to long. Alright guys, this is the Mettler Family Loadout 2.0. Again, I would like your guys' feedback. Try out the loadouts, and before I move on to the actual episode, I want to thank you guys for all your best wishes for the 47,000 subscribers, and I'm going to continue on, and my main goal in sight is 50K. It's been for a long time. All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue on with this episode of Sancho's Loadout. Yeah. And here we go, guys. I have extreme confidence that I could get this Mettler family working. There's a couple adjustments that I do have. I do have now a silencer Mettler, and of course now I'm having a bright yellow jacket. All right, you want to laugh at me while I'm working on loadouts. All right, let's see what I could do here. It's going to be easy peasy. I want to keep my distance. Again, we're doing King of the Hill just because I could have a maximum amount of time without worrying about too many deaths. I thought I had something working right there. Again, with this loadout, I want to keep people at mid to far, mid to long, whatever you want to say. A lot of bad stuff is happening up there. He doesn't see me because of the bright lights, so I'm just going to sit here for a second. That's how bright this light is, but I'm going to sit here. Ooh. The turn speed of the Kravosk makes things a little bit difficulty with the sensitivity, but that's the way they balance it, to be able to turn with it quickly. So that's where we know there's shortcomings. I mean, it probably would have been better if I had a Mettler out, actually.
You've been played. Party's over.
As you can see, the Mettler is something that I like to use. I've been using it a lot lately. My favorite hero weapon of the Mettler is Nadine's Mettler. Boom! Let's get rid of both of them. All right, that was big money play, big money play. All right, I got a lot of cash. As you can see, well, again, what George was saying, that what we want to do was we're going to save that up, though. Let's at least get this upgraded to the point where I could be comfortable with at least get that fast reload. I got solar. Come here, buddy.
I'll fix you right up.
Don't have helping hand with this loadout. So I'm not quite sure what are we going for. You know what I'm saying, guys? What are we going for? Are we going for just a lethal loadout, an attacking loadout? Because obviously some of you guys said that with the, if I wanted to go into support, I could definitely get a revive pack instead. And we could try that out in the next episode.
Oh, that looked painful, mate.
I'm gonna back up. No need to fight. Oh, it's almost as if they knew. There's combat marking going to work. I love combat marking too. It's something where it does not cost as much as mark on damage 3. I said that in the previous episode, so I think that's something that we might want to keep with this loadout, considering that we won't be able to fight up close. And if we're taking damage, we need to know where is it coming from, so that way we could adjust and get away from it. Does that make sense?
You're out.
That's where I would like to have.
You down.
Come on, Bo. Oh, wow.
Present for you.
There we go.
KO.
Now, what I'm thinking that they might do, in terms of at the time of this recording with the Kravosk, is limit the reload speed. Reload speed is very strong. Watching my butt. Now they're capping it, but I don't mind. I don't need to. I don't want to give them 2 points. I'm the only man standing left. They have an RPG. I'm dead. Unless I can stay alive. Ah. Come on. At least I got the stun. Alright. So what else do we have in this loadout? Let me just double check. Scavenger Weapons Expert 1. Okay. So Weapon Expert 1, for those of you who don't know, Weapon Expert 1 allows you to aim while you're falling, while you're jumping. And what a lot of people, I'll show you how they use it. So the way they use it is when they jump, they just aim just like that. A lot of people naturally roll and then jump. Thus giving them just a hair, as you saw right there, of escapability. Just a hair. Again, this is a loadout I would say is not difficult. If you're having struggling with the Mettler, I would say your only struggles will be headshots, because that's what's going to separate you. I'm dead. That's what's going to separate you from, just lack of a better term, a casual player, into that upper tier of players that just, can be competitive in a sense of being on top of the leaderboard. Not saying like anything like professional or whatnot.
Get down, stay down.
I'm the only one attacking, but it's fine. All right, now this is where George was talking about in his comment. He was like, in the previous episode, this is where at this point I was just collecting cash, but now I have the ability to spend it on something. So let's go ahead and get these up. Now, what I like to do is at least get like 18 bullets in that, bro, and that's why I feel very comfortable with it. Again, these shows are not about winning or losing. We're about here talking about what's going on in game.
Feel bad for you, mate. Catch this.
All right.
Have a nice nap. Feeling a little down. are
Nice
we?
and easy, guys. Nice and easy.
You're out, mate.
Ooh, okay. Good play, good play. All right, so I have, at this point, I'm not going to have enough money, but right now I feel like I'm very dangerous in that I'm very comfortable at attacking solo, going heads up with it.
Present for ya.
Come on. Oh, no. Trying not to die here. Gonna pop that. Just so I could have that one out there. It'd be a nice time to pull out the broke. At least I was able to control the hill. Again, what I like about this loadout, in the island and anything with long sightlines, I could go ahead and stand back and let them charge me, which is very nice to have. My aim was a little bit off on that one battle. But anything involving distance, because as you know, this game has a lot of this shoot, 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 ba 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 ba. You know what I mean? Like everyone, it's cover to cover. And then to make you a better player, is you need to understand how to get those headshots in those cover. Right now, see right there, he came out a little early, and his bullets hit on the floor. You got to like pre-aim a little bit, pop out exactly when you need to pop out, and get that. And that's the thing that just makes you, you know, it just separates you from a regular player into, like I said, a player that could hold his own. Right now, I have enough. All right, we could sit right here. Now this moves a little bit faster than the Corvos.
Need you on your feet, mate.
Oh, if I can get this guy up.
Please, please, don't get up. Sorry, mate. Nothing personal.
Right off the
This wasn't pretty.
sniper bot.
What a lovely
They've done it without me.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I went down in a heap. I thought, oh, the Doritos are going to eat us alive. So I guess if we wanted to adjust this loadout for rank, maybe let's make that the challenge. Rather than doing King of the Hill, let's adjust this for a solo rank and see what changes we have to make. I think the changes that we have to make if we're playing solo would be to make it much more about support.
Close to call.
Alright, they have Victory Hill. I'm dead. Oh, that should have been me dead.
You look tired.
Everything I've fought, I'm like in the gray. I think that's where you're gonna be in this loadout. You're always gonna be in gray if you go heads up in people. If you don't, I mean, I'm only getting lucky because I'm getting headshots. Now with the damage wobble, it's keeping that thing down. But If I didn't have it, no doubt in my mind, my bullets would go way too high. What a fail. Fail of a bullet waste. I'm literally hitting my C4 off of people. Cap it. Come on, cap it. Nice. Now at this point of the match, we're just trying to cap it. And I died. Hopefully I'll come back. Yes. I like it. Now we are in max buying for...
Ooh, painful, isn't it? Present for ya. Cut it out. That one.
max buying for the Baroque. Okay.
Down for the count.
As you can see, I am getting C4 back at a great clip. To add to what Night Clown was saying. I'm getting my C4 back at a great clip. So at that point, I think that was the point he was making, was that it wasn't necessary to have a Headmaster with it. Because as you can see, I'm just getting him back very fast.
Catch this.
I'm holding this front on my own. They're going to win. I'm not going to go without a fight, though. Come on. I'm in. I'm in. Let's go. I'm teaching and playing, baby. Uh-oh. Wow. Wow. I am surprised I was able to stop that. No. Oh, the magic's ran out. I should have just stayed hidden. See, right now, I would switch it quickly El Dorado. If I was playing this without focusing on one loadout. Let's go back in there. Come on. They got a lot of people in there. They got it.
You look tired.
Woo! 4 to 5, man. GG's, robot. GG's. Very strong adjustments right there. As you can see, the silencer was able to get those nice little flanks. Without stealth 3, I could still be very effective in the flanks. I just gotta know that once I'm getting a couple shots in, I gotta get out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout outs to all you guys for leaving comments again. Let's continue to refine it, and let's see how well we could go. I want to see how I could do in a rank setting, in solo rank. So maybe you're like, hey, Sancho, that's good. That's a good loadout. Let's keep it as is. Or like maybe let's mix it up a bit, or let's add this. Again, the only factor is I want to keep the Mettler and the Gravos together. That's the one thing that I want to keep together and keep that part of the family. I don't want to break up the Mettler family. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next Sancho Loadout. And as always, ooh, yeah. Peace. Adios, guys. Woo, 26 and 13. That was a good moment.